You good? All right, let's do this. Um, so I realized that I come here all the time and I just go into my what I'm gonna talk about. But I don't know if I've ever really told you guys who I am besides of me being sick, but I got sick, so I'm not gonna talk about that today. So, tell you a little bit about me. So I am married to my high school sweetheart. We met in high school, so when she was 14 and I was 15. So we've been married 35 years, been together almost 40 years, 38 years. We have 3 kids. Once my oldest son, he's a chiropractor. My middle son's a teacher. My youngest son is a ER nurse, and my 2 older boys are married. So and one's a nurse and one works for the county. So we've created this good little family with 5 grandkids, and just wanted to share a few things about me because I don't think I've ever told all you guys that. So I've been in the business 23 years. What I truly love to do is just educate people. I love to educate on the business. It's not all about sales and interest rates and programs. It's about what can we teach people that is going to help them in their business. So with that, I thought ChatGPT would be a really good thing to talk about. And let me pull this over here. Let's see how this. Oh goodness, how is it going to work? How do I do where it's not a split screen? Bear with me. I'm using somebody else's system. Hold on one second. Be full screen or no?
That.
Oh, I couldn't see that. So
Yeah, the
I couldn't
whole,
see it.
the cells.
So this is the ChatGPT website. What it actually is, it's called chat.openai.com. Okay, so
Say that again, I'm sorry.
it's chat.openai.
Open.
Oh, yeah, and then just AI.com. But if you type that in or Google ChatGPT, it'll pop up and it'll take you that. So one of there's 2 versions. There's the free version, which I only use the free version right now. I haven't had a need for the paid version. But the paid version, the difference is if you're using it during a high traffic time, you get priority on the paid version where like this thing I've never had an issue, but this thing can slow down when it's in a high traffic time. But if you have the paid version, it won't slow down. So that's kind of the difference. So if you're just using it for yourself, the free version is probably going to be okay. So one of the things about this is the biggest, and I'm not, I gave you guys a handout. We're going to do a couple of those or a few of those, but we're not going to go through all of those. It just give you some ideas. The biggest thing about this is you can make it as simple as you want or as elaborate as you want. So I'm just going to start with, let's see how this works here. Kind of weird. Let me see if I can move this. Let's see. So let's try this. So we're just going to go with one of the first things says. Actually, I'm just going to see if I can copy this. Copy. Paste. I'm just pasting one of these. So the first prompt that you have in your handout there is, give me 10 Instagram posts for a realtor in, I'm just going to put Chino Hill. And whether you're using Instagram or not, this is just something to spark some ideas. So guess what? I've never had a problem with this, and now I'm having a problem. It must be a high traffic time, because normally it just spits it out. Hey there. It's never done that before.
I downloaded the app yesterday, last night.
It did my introduction letter to my neighborhood.
See?
I just put it in and
It's boom, just like that, right?
It was just poof, the whole thing was up there.
Just What first write a letter?
Huh?
Said write a letter?
I said, write a letter to my neighborhood, introducing myself as an agent.
Oh.
I took some of it out though.
Yeah, when you want to edit it to make it more like you. So.
Yeah.
All right, so it's complete. Usually
That makes sense.
when this happens, it'll knock all of those out in less than 20 seconds. So this may take a little longer than I thought, but what I want to show you is whether you're using Instagram or not, or Facebook or whatever you're using, it'll give you some ideas as to what you can use for content. And what she did, I'll talk about that a little bit too, because you can go even deeper on that. So for instance, here's 10 Instagram post ideas for a realtor in Chino Hills. Showcase local listings, highlight a featured property in Chino Hills with high quality photos and compelling description. Neighborhood spotlights, home decor inspiration, expert advice, provide valuable tips and advice for first-time home buyers in Chino Hills. So when this finishes, I'll show you what you can keep doing. You can take this and you can keep going with it. So for instance, I'm going to type in here, we're almost there.
I think it's slow, because even the app is slow. I have to type something and it's really slow.
Now I'm probably gonna have to pay for it.
Sorry, guys.
And I even tested it right before we came in and it was working fine. What's up, Q?
Our internet. Maybe it's our internet.
Well, I tested it here. When I got it, yeah, when I first set it up, it was working fine.
It's cool, so it's like typing by itself, huh?
Can I see it? Thank you.
Where are we?
Now.
Always like.
Hey there.
I tried.
Okay, so you see, you asked a question, and typically it's much faster than that, but one of the things we'll do, it just gives you 10 ideas of something you were going to post on Instagram or Facebook or wherever, right? But let's take where was it? Let's take number 5, expert advice, okay? So these are great. And you can tell it whatever you want. Please give me please expand more on number 5. So when you put that in there, you can say like, these are great. Give me more information on number 5. Certainly number 5, expert advice. Mortgage options, break down the different types of mortgage options available. Negotiating strategies, share effective negotiating. Local market insights, home buying process, break down step-by-step process. Okay, so what I use this tool for is I use it more for kind of just, I don't want to say inspiration, but ideas, right? Like if you have a certain idea in your head, you can type anything in there and it'll give you information. And if you like any of that information, you can say, okay, so now that we've already gone through it a couple of times, now we can narrow it down some more. Let's talk about letter E. Let's talk about E, budgeting tips. Actually, let me do this.
I just don't wanna think anymore, so I thought for me.
That's what I'm saying. It's perfect for that. More information on budgeting tips. So. Move that. So, assessing affordability. So I just want you to think like this can be used for so many different things, right? And as we're talking about this, let's like come up with, think of some of your own ideas too that you'd like to put in there and maybe get an idea for. So if you see like on the handout that I gave, the first, what is it, first like 5 are just Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, video content ideas. Write a Facebook post for your new or existing listing. Write an MLS description. Okay, so let's do this. I know Kier showed kind of showed some of this one day. So we're gonna do this pretty we're gonna be a little detailed. I have a listing in Chino Hills. The home is 2,300 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 4 bedroom, 3 bath with wood floors, a great dining area, and a pool. So please write me listing description for this property. Please write a listing description for it. So now keep in mind, the more detailed you get, the more information you're like, you can go on and on with that, you know, but the more information you're going to get. And I know this is one thing that could potentially take quite a while to create listing presentations, right? So and we'll go back up on some stuff. Okay, so introducing a stunning residence in the desirable Chino Hills neighborhood. This meticulously maintained home offers an impressive 2,300 square feet of living space, featuring 4 spacious bedrooms, 3 well-appointed bathrooms. Step inside and be captivated by the elegance and charm that awaits you. And you know, and it goes down, right? So let's say you look at this and you're like, man, this is great, but please shorten this and add that it has a great outdoor eating area, or however however you would put that.
But yeah,
And add welcome to the stunning 4-bedroom, 3-bath home spanning 2,300 square feet, meticulously maintained residence, features wood floors, spacious dining area, and a private pool. Enjoy the great outdoors with a fantastic outdoor eating area. Don't miss the chance to make this remarkable property your own. Schedule a viewing today. So, I mean, that's just that's, and you can keep going with that. Okay, this is great, but make it a little bit longer and add this. So that's the key with ChatGPT is you know, whatever you want to use it for, whether it's social media, like I'll give you an example. And this is kind of a weird example, but I'm going to show you anyway. So a lady that used to work at my wife's job, she passed away, right? So they made a eulogy, not a eulogy, but like a oh, it's not popping out. They made an internal memo talking about the lady and everything, but it was super long. So my wife said, hey, you have that ChatGPT thing. Let's take that. And so we took that they made and put it in there. And then we said, can you give us something like this, but make it shorter? And that's what it did. So that's what they used to send out to the whole office there. For whatever reason, it's not popping up. So
So on the side here, those are the ones that you saved? And saved
Oh.
your-
yeah, it will save all of yours and it'll keep them on the side. Now, you don't have to save them because I just have a bunch in there because I'm always messing with it. But yes, that's what it does. It'll save everything on the side. You can delete them, you can save them, you can cancel all of them, whatever you want. You know?
The version, free version that which one is like a 3.0?
3.5. Yeah, 3.5. Yes, that's the paid version.
That's a paid.
That's the paid version. Yeah. So, any questions on this or any ideas so far? Because there's so much you could do with this. So, is it sparking any ideas in anybody's heads? Maybe, no, a little bit.
We have to download it first, right?
You just gotta go to that. Yeah, you just gotta go create an account. So-
Okay.
So let's take
There's the app for this?
the app is there actually, because they didn't have one not too long ago.
I looked for it on my phone yesterday. My son said, oh, it's just on my mom's, but then we looked at
Yeah.
it and it gave me the app.
So I think that's new.
Put it on my phone.
Because it looks like, it should look like that green picture on the handout that I gave you.
It's just chat box, that's what it was.
So let's do this, okay. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. Write a video script for 5 reasons why people love living in, here I'll put Ontario.
Oh.
Oh, I should have put that.
Say you-
You're right. Yep, you are absolutely right.
Like, we think of Ontario as like Ontario, but most people think of Ontario as like Canada.
You're
Oh. Oh my God.
sorry, I meant Ontario, California. So this is like if you were creating a video script for situated in the heart of the Inland Empire.
Yeah, we don't have rolling forest.
So that's the thing, you'll ChatGPT, it has a thing that they call hallucinations. What that means is it makes stuff up. When it's filling a gap and it doesn't know what to say, it'll make stuff up and just add it. So whenever it's never going to be 100% perfect for you, but if you take what it gives you and make it your own, get rid of certain things, add certain things, the majority of the work is already done for you. So that's what I think is so super powerful about this thing. So okay, so let's see here. Now, here's one. Give me 20 ways to creatively market myself as a realtor, okay? Paste. As a realtor in, we'll say Chino Hills. So while it's thinking, so I have a realtor that I met recently. She does some social media stuff she mostly works with does Facebook and she's seen some of my videos on Facebook because the ones from Instagram go over there. So she reached out to me one day and said, hey, I want to meet you. Could you come to one of my open houses? So it was actually the same day that you guys were all doing open houses. Yeah, so I went to one in Riverside first. And So
Better.
you had a lot of traffic in here. So, she, once we started talking, I was there, I just went to go meet her and everything. And then she reached out to me about a week later. She's like, I see that you're always posting different topics on your video. And I don't get all my information from here because I'm actually in a video coaching group. So, you know, that might sound silly, but I do a video coaching group that I'm in. And so I get a lot of ideas from there. But she said, hey, can you give me some ideas on content that I could do? I'm like, sure. So I created her, I think 30 ideas for buyers and 30 ideas for sellers to get listings. And she's already creating videos using those. So I mean, she's already comfortable using videos, so she's using that. So I just think that it's such a cool tool that you can use. Now, let me give you something. Let me show you something that let's say you started a Google page and you wanted to create your profile. Okay, so, and this could be for anywhere. I'm just gonna wing this. So I'm a realtor in Chino Hills, California. For 13 years. And I love helping first time buyers and first time buyers. Investors. And this is just a short version of it. Please create a Google profile for me. Oops. Well, let's just see what this says. Okay, so I misunderstood. Okay, so I didn't ask it the right thing. I was gonna say, sorry, I meant. Oops. I meant a biography.
Get to apologize to it.
No, that's just how I talk.
You're
So
so
that's
polite.
just how I do it. It's so funny because the one of my friends he did one also, and he's like he did one of these to a real estate agent, and he kept doing the same thing. He's like, that's just how I talk, so that's how I do it.
Might turn on me one day too. So
Yeah.
be polite to it.
Right?
It's like,
It's that's so okay. So this is what I meant to do. I just put in the wrong verbiage. So you can create a full bio, you know, and if this is too long, so it'll say, hi, I'm a seasoned realtor with a passion for helping clients navigate the exciting world of real estate in Chino Hills with 13 years of experience in the industry. I mean, and my mission is to provide personalized, professional, and reliable services to every client I work with. I understand that buying or selling a home is a significant decision, and I strive to make the process as smooth and stress-free as possible. Whether you're a first-time buyer eager to find the perfect home, a move-up buyer looking for larger space to accommodate your growing needs, or an investor seeking lucrative opportunities, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. I mean, so you can see where you can go with this. It's just so it'll do so much. Now let's see, the thing on this is, and I don't know if you've heard this or not, it only has information up to 2021. So after 21, it doesn't have any information. I guess if they were building it, so it only has that type of information. But, and I don't know if this is true or not, this is just my guess, is that I feel like this thing is constantly getting smarter with all the information that people are putting in it. So as people are putting stuff in, it's going to continue to retain that and continue to grow its knowledge. I wouldn't necessarily look for this for current statistics, like if you wanted to see, you know, what's the home values in Chino Hills in February of 2023. You're probably gonna just get some fake answer, so that's not gonna work. But this is something that for sure can help you grow your business in any way you want. This you can always start here. Like I think I talked about it before. I created a 10 slide PowerPoint. I said, give me a 10 slide PowerPoint for first time buyers, or 10 slides for first time buyers. It created all of them, and then you're able to take that and put it into a whole nother thing called Slides AI, and it creates a PowerPoint presentation for you in less, all in less than 5 minutes. So
How does Slides AI?
that's called Slides AI.
Like once you have the PowerPoint and then.
So Slides AI is actually an extension that goes in for Google Slides. Once it's in there, you can open it up and you can drop in your content, and it'll instantly create you a PowerPoint
Called
presentation.
the Slides.
Slides AI.
It's an app or it's a website?
No, it's a website. Yeah, slidesai.com. So, does anybody have any ideas on something you want to type in here just to see what it'll do? Like I like what you did, because how it wrote, because that's a great thing. Like it'll help. I think I had something like that in here also, like how to talk about your listings, how to describe your listings in a certain neighborhood. So you can do any of that type of stuff. It's only limited by your imagination and the detail that you put in there. Now, my wife told me, she's like, don't you think everybody's going to want to use this? Like if everybody's using the same things, what differentiates you from the next person? If you have 10 people using it, it's going to be the person that uses it for the most basic of prompts. Like, hey, just give me five video ideas for Instagram, versus the person that says, I'm targeting first-time buyers and move-up buyers. Give me 5 video topics that relate to credit, the mortgage process. So the deeper you get with it, the more information it's going to give you. And that's what's going to set, you know, people apart from how they use the system.
But she put in the same thing that I put in and gave her different.
It always do
Yeah.
that. You could type the same thing in twice on your own, and it'll give you different answers. So, and if you don't like the answer, all you do is hit this button down here, regenerate, and it'll give you a whole nother biography. So it'll change it up as much as you want. And when it saves it, you have a history of that whole running conversation. Let's see. Where was the other one? There we go. Okay, here's one we'll try. So you get an idea of that. Let's go here. Write a description for inviting people to your open house at 123 Main Street in Corona, California. Oh, I didn't put street. I just put name. Do that. Like I said, a delightful open house. Now you probably wouldn't put something that long out there.
You just have to shorten it.
Yep, we could have it shortened once it's done. And I'm not going to say please because I don't want to offend anybody. Just kidding, I'm still going to say it. Please shorten this. So that's it. I mean, you can, I mean, if you wanted to, you can tell it. Like, for instance, write a description for inviting people to our open house to use on Facebook and Instagram. Let's see, and it'll change it up. So let's see here. Did we already do that one? Copy. So here's a different one as well. Let's say you're struggling with how can you show your appreciation to your clients? Give me 20 creative ways to show real estate clients appreciation as a realtor. With 20 ideas, and every time you talk to a client, whether it's just meeting them for the first time and you're going to be working together, whether it's having that consultation, whether it's closing a transaction, whatever it is, there's always something you can do for your clients, right? And I mean, boom, just like that, I gave you 20 ideas. So let's say you wanted to, if you didn't already have a system in place for a closed client, you could say almost the same thing. Create a 2-year follow-up program for all of my clients that have closed real estate transactions with me, and it will give you some information. So let's do this. I have a CRM that does this for me already, but I'm saying if you don't have something, create a 3-year follow-up program for all. I'm going to put all potential buyers, all potential buyers and sellers in database. Let's try that. And I'm going to go a little further. I want 6 touch points per year. Let's see what that looks like. And this is one I've never done before, so we'll see what it looks like. I don't think it knows what touch points are. So
Making it up.
you say it's making it up?
Yeah.
So throughout the 3-year program, it's important to maintain consistent communication. Use a combination of email, newsletters, phone calls. So
Any language option?
good question. I don't know. I only use English, so I don't know if it does for other languages. But you know what you could do? This thing will even, I believe it will convert conversations for you. Like, say, if you type something in there, you say convert this to whatever language you want to convert it. Yeah, I have heard that, but I haven't tried that. So so does anybody have any ideas on how they would use it? I mean, I know I've showed you a lot of things, and this is probably at the most basic level, right? Because there's no need to go super deep, but you can train once you log in, you can train it to know you and your style. So and the way you would do that, like for instance, I would say something like, my name is John Torrijos. I've been a mortgage lender for 23 years. You can do a full biography. Like I like water sports, like going to the beach, like hanging out, camping, going on cruises. But I also like helping buyers get their financing for their home. Anyway, as you train it more to you and how you are, as it types stuff out, it's going to remember that, and it's going to be able to make it sound a little more like you. So I mean, that's a little more advanced, like once you learn how to, once you learn how to do all of that, but it's super easy to do. You just got to come up with the ideas of what you're gonna input.
So it can't translate into like Mandarin or,
Well, I just typed in happy birthday message in Spanish and it popped up.
but it's a little slower because it's only trained, it's trained in English, but it's learning.
Okay,
It's still learning, so it's a little bit slower.
there you go. So it will do it.
Great. So we can translate into Chinese maybe.
Yeah.
You,
That's-
Oh my goodness.
you wanna, so let's try it. Okay, what are we gonna try? So we'll say. Here's what we'll, oh, let's go back.
I'm just gonna follow up, thank you card for someone.
Let's do that. Thank you, card. For a seller. And what language?
Chinese.
In Chinese.
Oh,
So forgive me, I'm not gonna know what that says.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
But I needed to put this in Chinese so everybody gets excited. See, you don't even have to use your words. I mean, if you want to maybe you want to personalize it a little bit.
Yeah.
What is it?
maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start targeting the.
This is
the
legit.
Latin community.
Yeah.
But then
Oh my
I'm
God.
feeling like. You can write letters and all kinds of
I
things.
know.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? So I had never tried that, so I haven't had the need to try that, so. So we learned together on that. You know? So what are some other things you guys would like to just maybe try real quick and see? Anything?
So we use a verbal command.
Verbal command? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, just talking about, hey, help me translate this in Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Verbal command.
Do you want to do that? Okay, so let's see. Let's do this. Okay.
Doing that one like your phone when you're talking to them.
Let's see. Please translate this in Chinese. Puts little emojis and everything.
Whoa.
Just use emojis, they're the same in all languages.
I mean, can we, ask them, you know, verbally to do the things for us and from the phone, maybe?
I don't know, because the app is new. The app just came out because it wasn't out a while back.
See.
So I hadn't even checked to see if they had an app yet,
This is crazy.
right?
You turned it around. I didn't see.
No, what I did was, it was the open house invite. You know, so I just went back to the one on there and just said, translate this into Chinese.
On social media.
You're saying this would be good for social media?
I mean, it's a little bit too long, but we can kind of. like,
Oh, well, let's
show-
shorten it.
Yeah.
Yeah. shorten it.
It's everything else, right, like it makes sense.
All we have to do is copy and paste. You don't need to think no more. That's scary, I think. For today's kids.
Yeah, they don't think, but.
Oh, I don't
But
know.
we're not doing homework nowadays, they think,
I don't.
Yep.
think about this.
write me an essay on
Yep.
this. No.
The teacher.
Oh, I didn't.
As they go in there,
No wonder my daughter knows about this.
think about it, my son's like, oh,
We're probably using it for.
hey, write me a 4-page essay on.
Take her what?
I'm always more interested than my kids, I always know a day, like, a couple days before, they're like, how did you know it? It's cooler than.
My goodness.
So there you go. Please shorten this for Facebook post and translate to Chinese.
Oh, my God.
Can we say
You
the?
don't even need to do it yourself.
Can you say? So see, if all you have to do is create an account and and the whole thing is just start playing with it.
See,
You just put,
I just copy and pasted.
Mhm. Yeah, and like, I have like little, like what I gave you guys, the handout. Those are just prompts, right? And whatever, you can create certain prompts and save them to a Word document. And then just keep a running Word document, like on a document, and you can always have those prompts.
I like how it saves it on the side too.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
So-
Let's go back.
Do that.
Oh, cause it's shortened, it's probably shortened.
It's like a
Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
Oh, it does give you prompts.
So is anybody here using actual, like, using any of the social media to promote your business or yourself, or? So what do you do on social media?
Me?
No, I'm sorry, what's your name?
Chrissy.
Chrissy, what do you do on social media?
Just post flyers and open houses and just post when I'm having an open house.
Okay, so so do you, do you do any, like, are you up to doing any type of video or anything like that? Like what I do what I do on my social media is I do quick tips, like 30 seconds, So then the reason I asked that is because I talked to a lady yesterday. She's in my BNI group. I've been in the networking group for 12 years, and she does legal documents. So I know how I use it for my business, right? She was saying, I never know what to say on video. I never know how, and I'm like, you do legal documents. This is so easy. Just go to this, put in whatever you want to say. As far as, hey, I do legal documents such as trust, wills, probate document, whatever it is. And it will give you 5 topics to talk about on Instagram. So this does that for you. So that's why I was saying, like, if you're posting on any of the socials, you can use this to help get your creative juices flowing. It's not gonna help you ease the fear of not wanting to be on camera, because that's everybody's fear. Most people don't want to be on camera, right? I don't care.
Of course, if they gave me a live, like all of a sudden I still can't do it.
You can't?
Like, just,
What kind of app do you use for
but then
your
when I get back
video?
to you.
My videos, what app?
kind of app do you use?
So-
Like, what kind of,
so
make it easy?
I use my phone, and then that I have a tripod that I'll use my phone. It'll do my videos. I'll download those videos to an app called Caption app. It's
So what kind of video, like just like a photo video on the phone?
I do actual just video.
Like the photo, you can do video.
Yeah, like with photo, so if you want to just do different photos, you can tie them all together in Instagram
I'm
as
talking
well.
about you use the camera.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Or you just use
Yeah.
the camera and then
Yeah.
video.
We're
Yep.
gonna have a camera.
yeah. So, and then I have this app right here.
What did you say was caption?
Captions app. It's purple. If you can barely see it, but it's purple, and it's the one on the left. So it's called CAPTIONS app, Captions app. So I download everything to there, and the beauty about that is, as you're talking in your video, it'll automatically create the captions for you. So it takes the words and it already does everything. So, and then when you're done, when you save it, it gives you a description, it gives you a title for your video, a description of the video, and it gives you hashtags that.
Smart.
No, I am.
Cheap.
I just started cheating on that, so, but it takes the, I used to,
Smart, because you figured out. we-
yeah, there you go. Because on my notes, like I have in my notes section, I'll show you.
I was like, how does he wake up every day knowing what to say and what to do?
I have in my notes section, I have a folder called video scripts, right? So I have all of these are video scripts, but these aren't all from the Captions app. These are scripts that I created just over like about a year. Some go back to 2019 and 20, but really since August of last year, I have all these scripts, and then you just copy and paste those to your. So, but the Captions app started doing all of that, so it just makes it so much easier.
And then from there, you can,
Yeah, that's the one.
from there, you share it to social media.
So it'll allow you to post directly to Instagram, But what I do is I save it to my phone because I want it, and then I'll upload it to Instagram Reels. Straight from, and then when I get to Reels, then I'll, like, it already has the captions and everything, but I'll add the title. So like, I'll do a title that will stay on there for about 3 to 5 seconds. And then the title goes away, but the actual, what do you say, the caption keeps going through that the whole video. So that's an app that I use, but so I'm telling you that this, if you're, and I know I got sidetracked, but I was asking you about your social media, but if you like to do videos or you want to do videos, this, we'll just say right here,
Acting classes. Because the other one, you were like, what do you do? And you did this thing.
that was,
Nothing.
you know, that was so funny because I showed it to my wife and she was busting up, man, because no, that's not acting. That's just me. That's just who I am, right? It's that she talking about.
Because everybody's laughing.
No, I want everybody to watch it. That's what it was there for. I mean, it's
It's
you know,
working. We're watching.
you have to do those things, right? And even one of my friends, she's like, "Oh my gosh, that face right before, you know, whatever." So create.
Share.
There you go. Keep sharing. Thank you.
The caption app you use is Pro because
Oh, I'm sorry. I paid for it.
Oh, you pay
Yeah,
for
I'm
it.
sorry. I think it's
It's
I
a
don't-
yearly.
it's a 54
$54.99.
per year. Yeah, I pay 54. You buy it once a year,
Yeah.
and for me, I invested in it because I use it all the time.
Yeah.
I use it all the time. There's let's see.
3 days, 3 5, they have it.
I think there's another one called CapCut. CAPCUT. And that one you can also use on the computer. I'm not really good at CapCut. Yeah, I'm not really good at it, so I don't use it, but I know I'm.
Oh, you have to, oh, really? Sure.
Yeah, it's out of.
Because I think it give you 3 days, 3 trials.
You can use it for free, but see that X up there?
CUT.
Yeah.
CapCut, yeah, CUT.
Oh, wow.
So you could try it. I mean, because I think I remember that. I think it allowed me to use it, but then it made you pay. Yeah. Yeah. But for me, because I do a lot of videos, that app is, and it has all different fonts, all different styles. It allows you like to zoom in, zoom out, and like on that video that you were just talking about, when I said what happens, you know, if the market dips, and it zoomed into my face, and then I sat there, then it said nothing, and it zoomed out. So, yes, and then I looked like that. So it does all of that. You can do so much in there. Yeah. Yeah, that's so let's see. So create 5. Yes,
Pay directly translate language.
that I don't know. I have no idea on. I don't think. I would imagine if you're talking in Chinese, I don't know if it will convert it to Chinese. You know, you never know. I have no idea because that's something I never tried. Create 5 Instagram.
John, do you know Spanish?
I don't. I mean, it would be good if I did, but I don't. Create 5 Instagram reel, videos for a first time buyer looking in Chino Hills. Create 5 Instagram reel videos for a first time buyer looking. Let's just see what that says. So my point, what I was saying earlier was I was talking about one of my friends that she wants to do video but she says, I never know what to say. And it's like, this is perfect, you know, just put in what you want to talk about and it'll do that. So this is actually slick. It's setting up, it's giving you the whole thing there. Discover Chino Hills unique neighborhoods.
Tells you what pictures to use.
I mean, it's like, it's amazing what it does.
I need that. Then I just need the courage to stand in front of this.
Well, not when you need, you can voice over it, you just wanna use your voice, but there's pictures, you just gotta look for those pictures online.
So there is that too, like where if you, if, because that's what exactly what my friend was saying. She's like, I just want to post stuff and I want to talk in the background. I don't want to do it. And you can do that through Instagram. You can post, it gives you the option to do voiceover. So whatever is up there, you can just be talking with no video. So, but yeah, so I just think that this is a powerful tool, and my feeling is if you can create become more efficient with your business, number one, but take some of the tools that are out there to use in your business, that just gives you that puts you a step ahead of the person that's not using it. And the more you use it and the more advanced you use it, now you're 2 or 3 or 4 steps ahead of somebody that's not using it. So that's why I wanted to show this to you guys, because I know that I mean, you saw all the things I had on the side before, and I use it. I think it's a great tool. I think it can help any business, not just the real estate and the mortgage side. This is good for anything, you know, whatever it is.
I learned just got a new job, his company closed, and he went to a similar job, but it's different. So he was like, they made me do a slide. He's like, I have no idea what to do. I just put it in, and put it into slide AI, and he made a presentation. He was like, I had to fake it till I make it. I have no idea what the hell's going on this thing.
But I have a guy, I have a company where my website is done through. So this guy's been doing websites and stuff for years and years. So he created it's a Chrome extension for Chrome. It's an extension that you'll put into Chrome that when you download the extension, it'll, like someone like me, my website has a lot of different funnels in it for all different types of things. When you click on that extension, it'll just pull up your most used funnel. So it'll take you straight there, so you don't have to go to the website every time. He created the coding for that in ChatGPT. So he told it exactly what he wanted, how to code it. It coded it, he tested it, it worked. So he sent it to Google for Google to, they have to approve it in order for it to be a Chrome, to add on as an
Oh,
extension.
that's why the writers are so scared.
Yeah,
He could really take your job.
and it is going, I think this, so take for instance, I don't know if you ever use Fiverr or one of those types of things where you can ask it to create newsletters, you can, I mean, so many things. This for the people that they are gonna lose business on that, because a lot of these people, you know, they take the time, they make it, they do all this stuff, but now 2 things are gonna happen. It's either gonna make them more efficient in what they're doing already, and they're probably gonna lose some business because people can do this on their own then. But the big thing about this is not everybody will use this type of technology. That's what my wife said. Don't you think everybody's gonna use it? Like, no, everybody's not gonna use this, because you're always gonna have people that don't wanna use certain types of technology, so.
I also had
So-
something to add, John, if you had a second.
Who is that? Is that David?
Yeah.
Scare me.
You just all quiet, all sneaky like.
Sorry, because you were talking about Fiverr. I've used the Fiverr app for a lot of my other business stuff, not real estate related. But for those people that are like shy to get on social media and make videos, they have on Fiverr people that will make like an animated character. It's called Poly something. But they'll also do like voiceovers for you. They'll do the character, they'll make the video for you. So there's other ways of doing it. So you can write your script into ChatGPT, make 5 posts or whatever, and then give it to the Fiverr person and they'll make the video and everything for you.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, David, because I have seen some of those videos that have those animated characters. You know, they just do a caricature of somebody and they do that. So thanks for sharing that. Great idea.
Yeah, they're really cool.
So I think that's all I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful a little bit. You know, go ahead.
Can I see what instruction you put?
And on this one?
Yeah.
So this one was pretty simple. Create 5 Instagram reel videos for a first-time buyer looking in Chino Hills.
Last month I did a newsletter for like my, if the area where I live at, and I just kind of posted different events that are happening for the month. And I going off and I passed them around. I literally just typed this and did it for me in 2 seconds. It took
See?
me like forever to make
Yeah.
my other one, trying to do it on command, paste here, cut there, and
It literally, it'll do newsletters, it'll write a book for you. My nephew gave his mom, like a 15-page book that it was called A Love Story About My Mom and Dad. And he did it this was months ago, because this came out, I think, in October or November. So he did this book and just kind of put it together, sent it to her like in a PDF. And I just thought like, that's, like, you could do so much, you could create so much stuff with it. It doesn't matter what the topic is. And I just think, like I said, I'm sold on it. I think it's a great tool. I think it can help write content. One of the things I didn't even get into is, let's say you're gonna send out a mass marketing email. Oh, well, let's just do it. I'll just show you real quick, because I know we still have a little bit of time here, but and I'll show you create. Oh, maybe it's create. Oh, geez. That's not even letting me type. Anyway, so you can create an email subject line. So I sent out a video. So I had it in my database. I had about 500 or 600 leads that had come in from some marketing that I did during COVID in 20 and 21. And these were all non-converted leads. So I went to ChatGPT and just asked it. I was going to send them a video. I sent them a video. And it came through an email, but I said, create a great email subject line for first-time buyers and buyers with low down payments. And it gave me like a whole list of things. And I picked one and actually used that for my subject line. So it can help you do subject lines in your emails. It can help if you got to write a report. We already talked about that. It'll do that. So let's see.
You don't have to use it in the other, like maybe Microsoft Office, or you just directly into your request.
Yeah.
And they can make everything.
Just like this.
You
Yeah.
don't have to combine this.
And then- No, then you could just copy it and paste it to a Word document, or where, you can copy it wherever you want. Now, the thing is, when you copy it to a Word document, it's going to give you a box.
yeah.
Which is kind of, one of my friends taught me that if you go to Excel and copy it in Excel, it'll do everything. It'll do it there where it doesn't create the box. Then you just copy it from Excel into a Word document. So that's a little trick. You'll have to play with that. But in any case, it's I don't know. Oh, there it goes. What is going on here?
How about the calculation?
Calculation for what? Oh, it'll do it all. Yeah, like let's see. I think it said, look at the first example. Explain quantum computing in simple terms. I don't want to know that, but it's there. Got any ideas for a 10-year-old's birthday? How do I make an HTTP request in JavaScript?
Oh.
I mean, so it will do all of that. Okay, what's going on here? So I think it's probably, I think now it's probably running super slow. So anyway, I was just going to create a subject line for an email to send out to first-time buyers and people wanting to use the low down payment. So
Powerful.
any questions?
Goodness.
Okay, a little bit complicated question. Is it about if I want to have like a whole year calculation on my tax, then how can, if I don't have the database for that, how can I ask them to do the things for me?
So I don't understand.
If I do the tax calculation, I need to give some kind of database.
The text, like, oh, a tax calculator. Oh, I think you would have to play with it to see how, like, if you want a tax calculator, like tax on what?
I mean, my personal tax.
Like your income tax?
Yeah, income tax.
You want it to be your.
You- Is that,
Just
just an idea, like, okay, so here's a thought, because it seems to be running super slow, so it's not working. But here's a thought. If you say, okay, I made $50,000 this year as a self-employed realtor, let's just use that. I'm a married woman with 2 children. What would my federal and state tax liability be on something like this? All right, and I think you can even make it further. I made $50,000 in real estate this year. I'm a 1099 employee. I had $20,000 in expenses for my business. I'm a married woman with 2 kids. You just keep expanding on it, and I bet it would give you, what is my tax liability? It's all in the question. It's the prompt. It's all in what you ask. I wish we could do it, because now you got me thinking. But it's not everybody. So but that's, I bet you could probably put that in there, and it will probably give you some sort of decent answer. So
What did you say? I'm a 1099 employee? Or
I'm a realtor who, let's do, I'm a realtor that gets paid by 1090 with a 1099. Hold on, let me back up. I'm a realtor, and I made $50,000 last year in income as a 1099 employee. And then I'm also married with 2 children and had $20,000 in expenses. What is my federal and state tax liability?
You said 1099.
I just put employee. Yeah. Or you could also say I get paid by 1099 or something.
I'm married. Woman with 2 kids.
Yes. Did you put the 20 and I had $20,000 in expenses?
What's it?
What is my federal and tax liability?
What is your state and federal?
Oh, that's, yes, federal and state, yes, I'm sorry. Tax liability. I don't know what it's gonna say, but I wish it was showing up there. Is it taking long? Are you doing it too, Pro?
Just got on something. Yeah, I did.
Breakdown of every state.
Just talk on something, yeah.
It gives a breakdown of everything, like,
So if you're high
That's the
calculated,
whole
so
question.
it's telling me
Individual.
$79.
so it's giving you a bunch of
Yeah,
information.
bunch of information and just some of the legal standards. Statements.
See, so I mean, I imagine you could dial it in even more, you know, with
So it gave me a lot. It's like a whole breakdown. Determine your adjustable gross income, calculate your taxable income. It tells you how to do all that.
Yeah.
Calculate federal income tax and it tells you how to do it.
So you could probably then ask it, okay, rather than me calculate it, please calculate number 5 for me or something like that. Oh, and you have to say please.
Please, okay.
Exactly.
You have to be polite.
I'm too bossy. Oh, she says I apologize for my confusion. However, as an AI language model, I am unable to provide real-time calculations.
Oh, exactly. Okay, so there you go. So see, I mean,
Feels pretty good.
it spits it out for you, so you just gotta do the work. So, well, I guess that's it, guys. I mean, if there's no other questions, hopefully this helped show you a little bit of how this tool can be used in your business, and even think outside of your business, you know, of other ways to use it, because there's so many different ways. That there's this podcast I listened to. This guy actually is using AI to create coloring books for adults and selling that with AI. and selling them on Amazon. You know, I guess adult coloring books is a thing. I didn't know that, but he, that's what he does.
With anxiety and stuff like that.
That's kind of what he said, too. He said that.